again. It's good to see all of you. All right, so just like last week, how this is going to work, I'm going to go through level 1s first, then I'll go through level 2, and then I'll do level 3. So it's going to go in order, okay? Level 1's bookwork, level 2's bookwork, then level 3's bookwork. So starting with level 1. And again, if you guys want to follow along, you guys can print out the papers. They're on the Google Classroom. So you guys can actually find them on the Google Classroom and use them. All right? So, other than that, if you don't have them, that's a-okay. Just write it down on like a notebook with a pencil or a pen, and you can copy them over later, okay? So, for 17 laws, we are on chapter 16. Chapter 16, the law of high morale. All right? So, that is what we're going to be doing first. Again, just to repeat myself, we're going to start with level 1's curriculum, our 17 laws. Then I'll go to level 2, which is 21 laws. And then I'll go to level 3, which is our instructor manual. All right? So, 1, 2, then 3. 1, 2, then 3. Level 3 and level 2, just listen along with level 1's stuff or level 2's stuff. And it'll be a good, like, kind of refresher for you guys on the chapters in the level 1 and level 2 stuff, okay? So, let's see. Awesome. All right. So, starting with level 1. Level 1, you are on chapter 16, which is the law of high morale. It says, when you're winning, nothing hurts. High morale is like your attitude when you're doing stuff that's good, or it's your attitude when things are not going your way. High morale is the I could do this kind of, I got this attitude, okay? That's what high morale is. Now, high morale helps the team play at its best and can make a huge difference in the results of a game. High morale helps the team play at its best and can make a huge difference in the results of a game. So, high morale is great. Number 1, high morale is the great exaggerator. So, it says, when a team has high morale, blank seems good. I'll say it one more time. High morale is the great exaggerator. That means, so an exaggerator, that's a person that talks a lot more than anything, okay? So, if I'm a great exaggerator, I'd be like, oh man, that's a million miles away, or oh man, that's forever. Those are exaggerations, okay? Hi, Emma. So that, what, Logan?
What was it again?
Exaggerator. That's not the word yet. Don't worry about it. I'm going to write down the word. Just like regular class. All right? So the great exaggerator, it's a million miles away. That's kind of what they do. They exaggerate what they're saying. When a team has high morale, blank seems good. This one is everything. And again, this is for level 1 stuff, not level 2 or 3. Everything. Everything. Seems good. So yeah, when your team has high morale, no matter what you're doing, and you are the great exaggerator. So the team, they exaggerate. So it makes everything feel great. Everything's going perfect. We're working hard. We're winning everything. That's what that means, okay? Number 2, high morale is the great elevator. When a team has high morale, they perform at a blank level. And this one is fun because just like an elevator, what do elevators do? They bring you up and down, right? Well, this one brings you up. It's higher. It brings you to a higher level. Yes, So high morale is the great elevator. When a team has high morale, they perform at a higher level. All right, and that's what's really awesome. So that's what this is talking about. You perform at a higher level. All right. So Nunez, since you guys are just joining me, this is actually your stuff that you can write down, okay, for your leadership stuff. So I'm on number 3. High morale is the great energizer. When a team has high morale, they can blank. And this one's actually 2 words. I'll say it one more time. High morale is the great energizer. It gives you energy. It makes you go, go, go because you're doing awesome. All right, so when a team has high morale, they can keep going. That is the word. Keep going. 2 words, actually. Keep. Ooh, my whiteboard didn't want to stay up there. Keep going. There you go. They can keep going. Good. Awesome. So yeah, Nunez, these are your words right now. All right, that way you guys can keep going. Good. Number 4, high morale is the great eliminator. When a team has high morale, their problems seem to blink. All right, when a team has high morale, their problems seem to disappear. Make sure I'm spelling it right. Yes. Their problems seem to disappear. So that's what eliminator means. Their problems disappear. They don't happen anymore. They're gone. Poof, forever. Number 5, high morale is the great emancipator. That's such a big word, emancipator. You guys will learn that when you get older too. All right. So the high morale is the great emancipator. When a team has high morale, they have the ability to reach their blank. All right, and that's what emancipator means. They can reach their blank, their potential. Good. So that is what that means. Potential. They can reach their highest potential. Good. All right. So there are 4 stages of morale. You got the 4 stages are, the first one's poor. And that's not fun. That's like a very sad face. Then you got low morale, which is like a meh face. You got moderate morale. Which is like a straight face. And you got high morale. Which is like a super cheery face. Like so. Yeah. So that is all 4 levels of morale. Now we're gonna keep going down to the bottom because we're almost done here. So when the law of high morale is working at its best, the leader boosts the morale of the team, and the team boosts the morale of the leader. That's how it works. Because without a team, the leader's morale is going to go down, and without a leader, the team's morale is going to go down as well. All right, it takes both to keep raising both up. All right, so teamwork thought. We're almost done with you guys. Almost done, level 1. Teamwork thought. When you do good, you feel good. Logan, mute yourself. You can't talk while I'm talking. Other people can't hear me. All right. When you do good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. That's literally what it means. If I'm doing awesome, I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to do even better. All right? That's what that means. Becoming a better team member. So this is at the very bottom of the sheet for level 1. Identify what stage of morale your team is on right now. One of these 4. Poor, low, moderate, or high. Which one of those 4 are you on? And even at the lower morale levels, if you act like a winning team, be dedicated and enthusiastic to help inspire your teammates. All right, so that's what I want you guys to do. Even if you're at a lower morale level, keep acting happy, keep acting like everything is doing great, and soon you'll see the morale raise up. All right, so let's move on to level 2. Level 1, that is it for you guys. Thank you so much. All right, moving on to level 2 now. Here we go. So, level 2, you guys are on chapter 6 of the 21 Laws of Leadership. Let me find that. There it is. Chapter 6. The Law of Solid Ground. Logan, what's your question, sir?
How do you get out of this?
Click the X. Or click the red end meeting sign if you see that anywhere. All right, well, I got to keep going, man. All right, so chapter 2, or excuse me, level 2. Level 2, we're on the law of solid ground. It says, trust the foundation of leadership. Trust the foundation of leadership. All right, it says, trust is the most important part of being an effective leader. Trust is the most important part of being an effective leader. All right, so this is very, very important. Without trust, a team's going to fail 100% of the time. Because without trust, well, they're not going to believe each other. They're not going to want to work with each other. And that's just not what we want, right? So as a team, we got to be able to trust each other and rely on each other to do anything that we can. All right, now, next part says, blank makes trust possible. And trust makes leadership possible. The blank is character. Good. So this doesn't mean a character in a book or a character in a movie. This is talking about your character. And what that means, your character is who you are as a person. That is your character. All right? So if you are untrustworthy, if you don't do the things you're supposed to do, if you're lying all the time, then you don't have a good character. You're a bad character, right? But if you are constantly, you're always trustworthy, you're always honest, you're always showing integrity, you're always showing respect to everyone, well then you have a really good character, and that's what everyone should be, okay? What are you doing, Richard? You're messing up stuff here, man. Okay, let's get off of that. Thank you. So, yes, I'm just going to do this now. There we go. All right. So, that is what that is meaning. If you have a good character, everything else falls into place, and you will be a great leader. Now, character communicates. Character communicates blank. All right. So, character communicates blank. A team must be able to rely on and trust their leader. Now, this one is very, very true. All right. Now, this one is consistency. Bad. E. C. Consistency. Yes. All right. So consistency. Make sure that stays up. There you go. This word right here. Consistency is. Yay. All right. So consistency. What that means is, as a leader, you can't just do something one time and expect everyone to be loyal to you forever. All right? As a leader, You have to do the right thing. You have to be trustworthy. You have to be able to be relied on consistently all the time. Okay? So as a leader, if you are not always like, if someone's like, hey, can you help me? And you just do it once and then they ask for help again and you don't help them, that's not a very good leader. All right? But if someone asks for help, anyone at all, all right, and they're like, hey, can you help me? And you keep helping and helping and helping and helping, well, then you're doing the right thing. All right, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right, Ryan, stop messing with the camera, man. You should be focused on what I'm saying. So, to be consistent, to be a good leader, you have to show consistency with helping people and trusting in people as well. All right, so the second one, character communicates blank. Talent alone is never enough. A leader must be able to bring out the potential of its team. And that's exactly what this is talking about. Potential. Good. Make sure if you're in level 2, these are the words you should be writing down right now. All right. So, potential alone, talent alone is never enough. A leader must be able to bring out the potential of its team. What that means is, as a leader, I have to be able to show people that they can do anything they put their mind to. As a leader, I have to prove to everyone that I can help you guys become the best black belts you can be. All right, that's what that is talking about. As a leader, I have to be like, hey guys, you rock. Keep going. You're doing awesome. All right, because that is what that is talking about. I have to be able to show you guys that everything is going well. All right, so let's see here. Next one. Character communicates blank. To get respect, a leader must first give respect. This one's easy. It's respect. Awesome. Yeah. So if I am trying to be a good leader, I need to show others respect first. As a leader, if I don't show respect, they're not going to want to respect me back. All right? That'd be if like you guys first came in here and I was like, "What up?" That wouldn't sound as great as, "Hey guys, how are you?" And I'm asking questions and I'm using your name. All right? That's what leaders do. They're respectful no matter what. They always show respect to everyone, all right? So, application number 1. So level 2, these are your questions. Level 2, how trustworthy would your friends and family say you are? How trustworthy would your friends and family say you are? Write it down on your page. Write it down. Write it down. Are you very trustworthy? Are you kind of trustworthy? Do they trust you to do things that you're supposed to do? You know, you can answer it however you like. Just don't do a yes or no. Add more words to it because it's not just a yes or no answer. All right? Are you trustworthy? Do your friends and family say that you are trustworthy? Give me a little bit of an answer. All right? Good. And the second one is, how can you earn their trust? So if you're not trustworthy, or even if you are trustworthy, this is always a great question. How can you earn that person's respect? How can you earn their trust? Right? You can do it by being respectful, being honest, being trustworthy, all those things that we just went over. That is what you guys can put there, okay? That is how you earn people's trust. All right? Good. All right, level 2. That is it for you guys. That was your 21 Laws, Chapter 6, the law of, trust, the law of trust. So you guys can find that on Google Classroom. I sent out an email and a text about it, so you guys can find it there. All right. Awesome. We got Jaden and Jordan on YouTube as well. Sweet. All right, so now we're gonna switch over to level 3. Thank you, level 2, for joining me. You guys rock. Level 3, we are on, if I remember correctly, we're on 13. Let me look. Nope. We're on 15. Now, 15 doesn't have anything you guys write on it, okay? This one is all very, very important, though, right? So, number 15 is always stress safety first. Always stress safety first. So, this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be writing things. You guys can write them down, but they don't need to be copied over onto the sheet, all right? These are more just for, like, your personal notes. So, always stress safety first. This one again, this one is, got it. That's okay, guys, I got it. This one is very important. Safety is the biggest thing we want to see here with karate, right? We don't want people kicking each other in the faces or anything like that, right? That's why we have sparring gear, not just our hands and feet. All right, so it says, as a martial arts instructor, or for you guys, a helper, your job is to protect the students as much as possible. All right? So, let's keep going. Obviously, there are risks involved in martial arts training, and injuries do occur. We can't stop that. Dude, we're doing martial arts. Like, it's going to happen, okay? Stuff happens. We can't control everything. We just have to know that. Injuries will occur. Now, fear of being injured and actually being injured themselves are not the most common reasons why starters, like students, quit. If a student's like, oh man, I don't want to get hurt, or if they do hurt themselves, usually one of those two things, people are like, I don't want to do this anymore. All right, and again, we're trying to minimalize that. We're trying to keep them from worrying about it or anything like that. Okay, so knowing and following the proper procedures can minimize the student's fear of being injured, and that's what we want. We want to minimize the fear of being injured or minimize injury in itself. All right, so rule of 3, number 1, mindfully pair off partners. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, maintain the mat and training equipment. And number 3, teach age and skill appropriate material. So the reason why I'm not going in depth right now is because literally right after it, down here, there's a whole section talking about what I'm going to be talking to you about right now. So yeah, always, these are important. Always, number 1, make sure the students warm up properly. Make sure those students warm up properly. You know that 15 minutes before class where we're like, hey guys, it's time for a warm-up? Yeah, that part is extremely important. That's what stops injury, all right? And now that we're online, everything is online, not here at the karate school, well, we got to do that a different way. That's why we spend a little more time at the beginning of class warming up, because we don't have that before class now. So we got to do it maybe a little bit in class as well, all right? So that's why that has changed. We're warming up in class. But the warm-up is the most important part. All right, so let's put it this way. Warm up. Prevents injury. Warm up prevents injury. And yeah, that's extremely true. If you don't want to be injured, if you don't want to hurt yourself, warm up. And I don't mean, again, you guys have all seen people do it where I'm like, all right, and 10 jumping jacks go, and they're like, that's not warm up. That's just doing nothing, basically. When I say warm up, you guys are level 3. You know what I mean. You give 100% all the time, right? So if I say, oh man, jumping jacks, you know, you slap at the bottom, clap up top. So you're going the full motion, right? because you guys are level 3, you guys go up and down, the whole jumping jack, all right? So that's what that means. When you're warming up, it's got to be 100%. And as my helpers, people that help me during classes with warm-up and stuff like that, or my future helpers, if you're not helping out already, your job will be to help me with warm-up, all right? And you can't be easy on them. You have to make sure that they are doing what you tell them to do. You have to be like, hey guys, let's warm up, and show them what it is, tell them how they're going to do it, and like get them to do it 100% of the time. Don't make it easy on them, all right? Because if we make it easy on them, they're going to think that they can get away with that, and that's not what we want, okay? So, next one, make sure students are using proper stretching techniques. You guys know what proper stretching techniques are. We do them a lot in class. You know, there's a whole bunch of them. If they're like doing some weird twisty thing that's not stretching anything, say, no, do this instead, all right? Next one, pair students properly, taking into consideration their age, size, weight, skill, attitude. There's a whole bunch of them, all right? But when we are partnering up, no matter who it is, we have to keep in mind what the drill needs, right? So if we're doing tornado kicks and I know that someone can't do a tornado kick, well, I'm not going to give them a partner that can do a 540 like me. That's just not fair. I'm going to pair them up with someone that also can't do a tornado kick, and we'll give them an alternative, right? Or if we're in basic class, I'm not going to pair a white belt with another white belt because they don't know what they're doing. They're brand new. They have no clue what to do. All right, that's why I pair up my white belts with my black belts, because black belts know what they're doing, right? And same with you guys. I'll also use you guys as partners for those people as well. That's what that is talking about. All right, next one. Have realistic expectations and do not ask beginners to do advanced techniques. Now, here with us, we're very good at like teaching, right? But I'm not going to teach a student how to do Exodus at white belt. That's just not possible. All right, and that's what that is talking about. I'm not going to try to teach a student something that they won't be able to do, right? So I'm not going to teach a white belt how to do a form when they don't even know how to do a front stance yet. All right, but like you guys, I could teach you a form and not have to worry about it because you know what all your stances are. You know what all your kicks are. You know what all your punches are, blocks, everything, right? You guys are pretty awesome in level 3. You know almost everything of the basics. So you guys just have to make sure that whenever you're helping someone, or if we're trying to have them do something, you can't be like, hey, backflip, go! Because most people don't know how to do a backflip. So that's what that means. Next one, be aware of your students' limitations, such as their general health, prior injuries, lack of flexibility, fitness level, that kind of stuff. So whenever we're teaching and we have drills that we're doing, we have to have alternatives for people that can't do it. So like Miss Bilo with her messed up knee, she can't do certain things. So I'm going to give her an alternative workout to do instead of whatever we're doing originally. All right, or if someone has a messed up shoulder, they can't rotate their arm or they can't do push-ups or something. Well, I'm going to give them an alternative so they're safe. Okay, that's what that means. Next one. Be aware of space constraints. This one's important. So if I only have literally this space here, right in the camera frame, right? If this is all the space I have right here, I'm not going to be like, and Exodus, go! Because, you know, that's going way over here, and way over here, and way up here, and way far away, right? So I'm not going to tell someone to do something if they don't have enough space to do it. Does that make sense? So I'm not going to be like, go run a mile, but stay in your room. Exactly, Carter, nice face. Yeah, that's the, wait a minute. Yeah, you're exactly right. So, the last one that I have for always is using safe training aids whenever possible. This one is very important. Again, I talked about it earlier. I'm not going to put a white belt with a white belt. Why? Because they're brand new. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. I'm not going to put those two together because that's injury or something getting messed up, or they're not going to learn something correctly. It just doesn't work. So if you've helped me in basic class, I usually have them pair up with a higher belt rank, or a black belt, or a parent, or an instructor. But you see what I'm doing there? I'm not pairing them up with each other. I'm doing it with one of the higher belt ranks, black belts, instructor, parent, someone that can help them correctly. All right, and that's what that is talking about. That's what training aids are. Parents, black belts, helpers, whoever. Now, this one's important. If injuries do occur, so say you are a helper on the karate floor. I'm going to move this because I don't need it. If I'm a helper on a karate floor, right? Ugh, I'm one of you, not me. And we're like, all right, and front stance, go. And someone does one of these and falls over and they're hurting and crying and stuff. That's no fun, right? You're like, oh my God, don't do that. Do not freak out. Do not freak out. Come get me, Miss Ogle, Mr. Churchma, Mr. Ogle, Miss Holdren, one of the instructors. Grab one of us because we are trained to deal with that stuff, okay? So, if injury does occur, even for bumps and bruises, we want to get some ice on them if it's bad. So if we're using these guys right here, and someone gets their knuckles smacked hard, extremely hard, yeah, that's hard. We get them ice, right? That's ice because we don't want them to get more injured. So how that works, usually an instructor will be like, hey, turn that way, awesome, and go ahead and give me 100 jumping jacks or something crazy. All right, and if you hear stuff like that and we're trying to turn you away from something, usually it's because someone injured themselves. And we don't want you guys to see that and start freaking out yourselves. So we get your attention somewhere else, and we start worrying about that while you guys are still doing something, right? I don't know if you guys knew this, but at one of the tournaments during a level 3 time thing, when everything was going on, one of the adults started having a seizure. Yeah, crazy? Didn't even know about it, did ya? Till right now. See? We know what we're doing. Awesome. So, that is what that is talking about, all right? We want to keep class going no matter what, and we need to stay calm and professional. Again, if someone, is going and they go down, be like, oh my God. Or if this is the best one, when they fall on their face, right? If they're even just running and they fall on their face. Hilarious. What you do, stay with me. You guys have probably seen me do this before. You ready? You ready? Safe! Because it gets their mind off of what they just did. Because most of the time, if they fall and they get right back up, they're fine. They don't need anything. They don't need any treatment. They're fine. Do not give them any attention. Don't go up to them, oh my God, are you okay? Because they're going to start freaking out and they're going to start crying, and that's not good. Got it? Good. So that is what I mean. Now, that is it for level 3. All right? Thank you guys for joining me. Keep those things in mind because they're very important. Have a good day. Bye.